I'm Edie Lush and I'm outside the Hub Culture Ice House here in Davos. It's 2018 and I'm very delighted to be joined by one of our partners here in the Ice House, Frank Kuijpers. Thanks very much for coming along.
Thank you.
General Manager for Corporate Sustainability at SABIC. Now you have helped build the most impressive structure that I've seen here in Davos. Tell me about 2 years down the line that we've seen this structure. Where are we now and where are we going?
Well, let me first go back to 2 years ago and the last 2 years. So I'm happy that what we have done in the innovation of circular economy, that we helped to construct this building, the Ice House. And so we've used many materials in there that are part of a circular economy, which are just reusing existing materials and you construct and build something again. We are here now to look into, well, what would be the next step if you talk about circular economy that we have to do in order to bring plastics, in our case, back to its original form.
Okay, so to me this sounds like recycling plastic is the sort of, I guess from the ocean's perspective, this would be this kind of, this is the one crown, this is the one prize we all need, right? So how does it work?
So how it works is that what I would call the bottom of the plastic barrel, it's mixed plastic waste, which today we cannot use anymore. It's either being incinerated or it's going into landfill, which we will try to bring back to its original form. And so you bring it back to a feedstock that we can utilize, by which we produce the same plastic that it originally was.
However, we know that when you take some of these plastics back to its original form, they still have a lot of toxins inside. What do you do with those?
Absolutely. Yeah, so there's a lot of contamination in the plastics, and that's the beauty of the technology we have. So what we are doing is we take the plastics, which is approximately 70% of plastic and 30% of different components. That's either waste or indeed toxic materials that could be in there that's going to be treated. We produce kind of a pyrolysis oil out of it, and the pyrolysis oil still has a lot of contaminants that needs to go through a technology that we have developed that prepares the material to be ready for fed into a cracker, which we use to make the original material again.
Okay, so what are these things that are currently either incinerated or put into landfill? Give me an example. Is it styrofoam? Is it?
It's anything you can think of that is one single-use plastics, from styrofoam to plastic packaging to whatever you have, and even the plastics that you might find out on the street. That is all very suitable to be used as a feedstock to a pyrolysis unit.
Okay, so how close are we to seeing my new reusable coffee cup made from the SABIC?
Well, that's an excellent question, and it's always very difficult to promise something from a time perspective. But what I would like to say is that we are at the front time to go into a design that we think will be ready somewhere in the next 2 years to go into a decision that we are going to construct and build. And then construct and build is always going to take you another 2 years. So I would say at least 4 years from now, yeah, you can, or you might drink that cup of coffee out of a material that is being used from the original or the material that was wasted before.
All right, in 4 years' time, I'm hoping you're going to bring me a reusable coffee cup from exactly this process.
Okay, that's fine. Let's do that.
Frank, thank you very much for joining us, and thank you very much for continuing your partnership here with Hub Culture in Davos.
We will. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm Edie Lush.